Many of us have been enjoying Coral Island since its 1.0 release late last year, and while it offers so much, there are still many features yet to be added. Well, today we are getting both an updated roadmap and a huge preview of so much brand new content coming along with the next update. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Sunstone, and today we have the official February 2024 developer update from Stairway Games, the team behind Coral Island. Not only do we have an updated roadmap, but we also have new features like attractions, Town Rank S, Hangout Mechanics, and a lot more to take a first look at today. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. So let's just start off with the updated roadmap. And clearly it looks like version 1.1 will be a pretty hefty update. We're going to be looking at the introduction of a Town Rank S quest line, a new Town Rank category of attractions, which I imagine has replaced what was previously the Fame category, and this will tie into the tourist system, which will also come with 1.1. We also have the Kickstarter backer NPCs, who will be added as tourists as well. We can look forward to the Merfolk storyline being expanded, along with merfolk relationships and romance. Apparently, we're gonna also be looking at that ocean farming and ranching for version 1.1, as well as more story content overall, Savannah access, buffalo and ostriches, which I imagine are the Savannah ranch animals they teased previously. There's also gonna be new outfits and decor, along with improvements to the dialogue system and improvements to the hat system. So get excited, but not too excited. We'll talk about that later. So 1.1 is seeming to touch on a huge bulk of the content that we're awaiting, aside from a few extra things that are coming in the next two versions of updates. So version 1.2, the update following 1.1, that is apparently when we can look forward to full feature multiplayer. A couple extra bonus additions within that update will be the Spooky Festival NPC outfits, along with the Merfolk Festival. So there is supposed to be one festival held at the Merfolk Kingdom, and that's when we're gonna get that. Then with version 1.3, that is when you can look forward to children growing up, the children's portraits, their dialogues, their heart events, along with some extra slice of life cutscenes, so batch 2, and then the second version of the Hangout and dating mechanic, but we will talk about the Hangout mechanic today actually. We're gonna get a first look at it, so that's exciting. Now, please keep in mind that everything here is technically subject to change, as the course of development can be unpredictable. Things might get shuffled around a little bit. We might get some stuff sooner, some stuff a bit later. So this is very exciting. The only question I have is, where's island hopping? I think maybe they just took that off the roadmap and we'll come back to it later, maybe, hopefully. Now, in terms of the new content that we're going to take a look at today, the team is showcasing part 1 of a 2-part series on what is coming in the 1.1 update. So today the focus is on land-based content, whereas in the next dev blog, which should be at the end of April, they're going to dive into ocean content for version 1.1. And just based on this note here, it does seem like we won't be able to expect version 1.1 until sometime after April, potentially May, if all goes super well. But maybe set your expectations for June just to avoid being disappointed. And, you know, if we get it earlier, we get it earlier. But let me tell you guys, this update is definitely going to be worth the wait. So let's get into our first look at a bunch of new content. And some of this new content is like new content, like stuff they've never talked about before. So first off, yes, you will be able to reach Town Rank S. This is past Town Rank A. It is a new end game goal. It actually expands and completes existing storylines. So we can also see here that the new attraction section has been added alongside Heritage, Ocean, and Museum. So all 4 dimensions should, in theory, contribute to your overall rank. However, the attractions category apparently will not become available until you reach Town Rank A. So once you get to that Town Rank A, you can actually help the town build new attractions that will benefit townies and attract visitors. And this answers a lot of my questions of where the heck are these features? If we take a look here at the attraction projects we can expect, there's a solar garden, a town mural, hot air balloons, there's the hot air balloons, you guys, Mrs. Ramen, there's our ramen shop, a heated swimming pool at the inn, We wondered where the swimming pool went. Well, there it is. Something called Junior Upcyclers, which looks adorable. It looks like this is probably a project or attraction that the kids can work on potentially, just because it's called Junior Upcyclers. Also the Recreational Center, which I'll come back to because this is quite interesting. A Coral Cinema, mini golf, and also an arcade center, which could potentially be where a lot of those mini games are going to be. That was one of the stretch goals they unlocked. And while we were expecting a lot of the mini games to be like sprinkled around the island, like pool, darts, that mini golf course at Pufferfish, things like that, they might have decided to just pop it all into an arcade center instead and have like a bunch of mini games there to play. So the recreational center is interesting. I feel like this might be a bit of a catch-all for some different projects potentially, because we see like a garden icon here, and the townies often talk about a community garden. That would be really nice to have. But then in the next slide, they actually show us a sneak peek at a gym, which, oh my gosh, looks so cute. Like, I wish my gym looked like this. Are you kidding me? But I'm thinking this must be part of the rec center, as we can see 2 other rooms off on the side. It also seems like potentially these could all be part of the rec center because they're kind of connected together, if you see here. So it looks like you have to actually like build the rec center first, which, where is that gonna even go? Maybe this is gonna replace Pufferfish. All the light bulbs are going off right now. And then once you build it, then you'll take on the next project, like the cinema, then mini golf, then the arcade center. Because you can see they have little lock icons, and you can also see they're all kind of connected with a line. I don't know. The only thing I'm curious about is where the recycling center comes into play. Maybe that'll be part of Junior Upcyclers. Now, these are super exciting. I can't wait to complete them all. I'm going to have to get my town rank up to an A, so I'm ready for this update and we can hop into all these attractions together. The only thing I'm really curious about is to what degree of interactivity each of these will have. I'm hoping that for attractions that we can't interact with as players, that at least we'll see the different islanders doing things there. Like maybe we'll see the kids working on these cute little bottle projects. We'll see tourists admiring the murals. We'll see NPCs going on hot air balloon rides. Maybe we can go on a date on one, maybe. We'll talk about dates soon. They've also given us a sneak peek at the ramen shop, which looks so cute. Like such a perfect addition to this part of town. You see this back here? This also is usually where Pufferfish is. So again, adding to the theory of the rec center replacing Pufferfish on their property, which would be awesome. So again, all of those attractions become available to complete once you reach town rank A, but you can actually get to rank S in the different categories. So today they're going to talk about what that means for the museum and heritage domains of the town rank. So really interestingly, to get to an S rank in the museum, your task is to bring dinosaurs back to life. Sort of. So you're going to be making animated projections that make ancient creatures look like they're alive again. And they don't tell us how we're going to do that. We're just going to have to play it and see. But that sounds like a really fun and interesting project to take on, especially if you're a big fan of dinosaurs. The Heritage Rank S is super interesting and mysterious. Apparently, we're going to embark on an epic quest to recover fragments of the Guardian's mural and unlock the full story of the island's rich history and heritage. It looks like this is where we're going to restore the mural, and it also looks like it's going to involve a new offering shrine called the Mysterious Offering Shrine. And these offerings are specifically for the mysterious guardians. I do recognize this one as the panda, this one as the orangutan or King Tan. These two, never seen them before. So those are 2 brand new guardians, potentially ones we would encounter. So this is Bamboo Forest, Deep Forest. This could be Savannah and Ocean potentially. And like, what are we gonna offer? So cool. Just more content, more stuff to do. I haven't even completed 1.0. So then we also get to take a look at a bunch of new characters who are the tourists. Again, these are designed of people who pledged at a $3,000 tier on the Kickstarter campaign to have their character in the game, which is pretty cool. This is the lineup, and they're actually each going to have 2 seasonal outfits, and they'll also specifically visit for festivals. So for example, Shannon here will visit in the fall for the Harvest Festival. And to be completely clear, yes, you can chat with them when they visit, No, you cannot romance them. They also showed an example of how you'll see tourists visiting. I think there are going to be other tourists along with the Kickstarter backers. These are different designs, not the characters that we just took a look at. And you know, they'll be looking around, taking pictures, hanging out, all that good stuff. So that'll just be fun to, you know, stumble upon other characters here and there, just enjoying the island, bringing some more life to it. Then we have a sneak peek of the finale for the giant story. So first of all, oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. I love mushrooms. I love things that glow, and this looks stunning. I feel like this is in the caverns, or at least somewhere in the area, based on the design of it, and also just the fact that the story of the giants is all held within the cavern area. But the team does hint, I wonder which way you'll ought to go, which is interesting. I mean, it looks like we should go through the door, but also looks like we might need to unlock it with like a crystal piece or something. I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to see. But as always, a stunning design. Very interested to see where the giant storyline goes. And I guess we'll get a finale pretty soon with 1.1. For the 1.1 update, we will be able to invite our favorite dateable NPCs to hang out and earn friendship points. So you can invite them to ramen, you can enjoy a fishing date, or have a movie night, among other fun activities. So a lot of these will be interconnected with actually getting those attractions up and running. But they also wanted to note that they are looking to grow this feature in the future to include more than just the dateable NPCs. That would likely be part of the version 1.3 update. So here's an example of how you can invite someone to hang out. I don't know if they can reject you or not. That'd be interesting to see. So then it looks like you're gonna get this basically like a map with a bunch of hangout spots that you can choose from. And again, you'll unlock more as you progress through the story. So not all of them will be available from the beginning, but will unlock over time or with the different, you know, projects you take on, the attractions you create. So for example, this player is wanting to take Gem somewhere. So we can choose from the fishing forest, the bamboo forest, the taco truck. Maybe this is why we can't shop from the taco truck. Maybe it's an exclusive date spot, you guys. The hot spring looks like it's not unlocked. Maybe the player hasn't restored it yet. Interesting though that they would be able to go to the rec center but not the hot spring, but not sure about that one. Maybe you need a certain amount of friendship first, or like relationship, to go to the hot spring. You can also go to Monkey Lane together, the fishing lake. They don't have the clothing store unlocked yet either, but you could go to the clothing store, go shopping together, get some ramen, go to the tavern, the library, the beach area, the lighthouse. So maybe that's how we're going to access the, you know, like right upper portion of the lighthouse is by going to hang out there instead of just visiting. And then you can also go to the museum. And it's interesting here because you can actually select from a variety of different parts of the museum. So if you want to go check out like the fossil section specifically or the gem section specifically, you can do that. It also tells you how long the date will be. So like this one will take up 3 hours of your day, and then it'll cost $0, so it's free. But I'm guessing other ones, like if you want to go get ramen, you might be paying a price to, you know, treat yourself and your date to ramen. Maybe same with the taco truck, you'll purchase some tacos, so they'll probably have a price for it. And then maybe there'll be, you know, some will be shorter hangouts, some will be longer hangouts. But I think this is so cool, and I can't wait to like, you know, check it out and go on all these hangouts with my favorite characters. Also, while we're here, they do show the rec center. So I'm guessing this is what the building will somewhat look like when it's completed. And they do kind of have this roughly laid out in, you know, the way the actual map is. So again, I think, you know, as I'm going through all this content with you guys, I do think that rec center is going to open where Pufferfish currently is. And then, you know, they showed us a little example of what it might look like if you go on a museum date. Super cute. You're gonna go check out the exhibits together. So next up, we get to take our first look at the new ranch animals. So the ostrich and the buffalo, which you will be able to get from the savannah. So very interesting. No idea how that's gonna work. They said, how are you gonna get out of the coop door? And I'm wondering the same thing. I feel like they'll need a separate exit. They're like taller than us. And then we also have the buffaloes. Yeah, I definitely need those animals. With 1.1, they're also adding even more outfits and decor options. So we can take a look at some of them here. Very unique vibes compared to what we currently have available. So that is really nice to see. Just more variety being added. And then the new decor looks so cute. And I know it's Pufferfish, but this set looks so good, you guys. Like, why? Why does it have to look that good? I'm definitely gonna be using the party aesthetic for sure. This will be so cute if you want to decorate for like a birthday, especially when multiplayer comes out. For some reason here, they give a spoiler alert. Stairway, for all the times to give a spoiler alert, why here? I'm just curious. I'm just asking for a friend. They've worded this very interestingly. They said besides the bald hair option, we've added 2 more hair choices for hat wearers. But the bald option didn't exist before. So it looks like they added the bald option. They kept the one that we already have, which is this short hair version with like not a lot of texture. And then we do get a ponytail. So anyone who wants hair with the hat, you can have a ponytail. That's why I said don't get too excited, because there's still only one option that's available for like longer hair. It's still obviously not going to, fit everyone and appease everyone, but I think it's good that they're putting this out now to have one option at least for long hair, and then if they have extra time in the future, potentially they can add like 1 more. But I know it's a big ask because they have to model every hat with the hair. It's not just like the hairstyle and then the hat on top. It's like a new model for every single hat with every single variant for that hairstyle. So thank you, Stairway, for adding at least 1 option. Apparently, there's also going to be even more wildlife populating the island as we heal the land and ocean. So we get to look at a grizzly bear. So cool. Probably trying to fish, I would guess. He's fishing. Can't wait to see if, what other animals there might be, because there's already such a good variety of wildlife, but I'll always take more. And then this next part is maybe what they were spoiler marking, I'm guessing. I don't know, you guys. I do my best here. We can all rejoice and say goodbye to the pufferfish stalls at the festivals. I'm guessing that along with like the story of potentially, getting rid of pufferfish and replacing them with the rec center, then they would be gone and then wouldn't attend the festivals. So for those festivals, once pufferfish is, it's gotten the boot off the island, they'll be replaced with other things. So they also shared an update on localization, saying that their vision for Coral Island has always been to make it accessible to players worldwide. However, at the 1.0 launch, they weren't able to include as many languages as they hoped. When they launched the Kickstarter, they underestimated the number of words the game would have by 1.0, and so they're reevaluating their roadmap to, account for localization. But the next language they're going to implement will be Thai, which they're beginning to work on this month, and then going forward, they also plan to expand localization support in the future where possible. I'm hoping that also includes, fixing all of the grammar errors and typos and stuff in all the languages, because I'm pretty sure it's not just the English dialogue that's a little bit rough here and there. I think it's a lot of the translations as well, so I'm hoping that they can also focus on polishing up the languages that they already have, as well as continue to add more. They also shared David's lovely artwork in spirit of Chinese New Year, and then of course they reiterated that next April they'll be diving into the ocean-related content of the 1.1 update. Apparently we gotta brace ourselves for an ocean of information. Specifically, that would be referencing the merfolk storyline, relationships and romance, along with ocean farming and ranching. So that'll be really interesting to see at the end of April. But until then, we have all this lovely information to speculate on, chat about, get excited for. So there you have it, friends. That was the February 2024 developer update for Coral Island. Please let me know down in the comments which feature for version 1.1 you are most excited for, curious about, anything and everything. I always love hearing from you, and I cannot wait to read through all the comments down below. Please go ahead and shine the lovely like button if you are just so hyped for this update. And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and until next time, take care.